And the thing about that is that I mentioned him in the song. I ain't mentioned Jimmy. So early on, my Jimmy and my tension came from me mentioning Cam.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
You ever wonder how he met Maino? He tried to press Maino one day because Maino first came out. He had a little record where he was saying, dissing the rappers. I don't know, he's dissing, he said his name. So Jim Plus see Maino one day and was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Maino said, who the f you talking to? Oh, you think I want to you out your motherfucking mind? Now they the lobby boys.
And the thing about that is that I mentioned him in the song. I ain't mentioned Jimmy. So early on, my Jimmy and my tension came from me mentioning Cam.
Okay.
We were in Atlanta, you know, and we had a conversation. He didn't approach me and ask and press me and none of that. We had a conversation. It wasn't spectacular. Nobody swung. Nobody, you know. I think from the thing is this: you could dislike a person from a distance because you think you don't like them, right? But once we started to talk, and we seen that we had things in common, we was cool from that point on. We've been way cooler than we was than we was off. You understand? Because we didn't know each other.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. So the thing is, so when you say that you gotta understand that his energy for me was for Cam.
Okay.
You understand? So that it was for Cam. That was his energy for me. Like he wasn't fond of me.
So it was kind of true, but exaggerated.
It wasn't the conversation didn't go like that.
Okay,
It wasn't
right. There was a little bit of an issue, but it wasn't as big as
it wasn't.
Okay.
It was definitely some tension there. It was definitely it needed to be addressed, and a conversation was had, and that happened in Atlanta.
Let's talk about it, y'all. We got Maino reacting to Camron mentioning his name in the controversy with Jim Jones from earlier this week. Now, again, for those wondering, how the hell did we get here? It all started when Camron invited 50 Cent up on his podcast, right? The You're Welcome Network. I guess this is, his latest platform for hip-hop content to kind of, venture away from the sports show with Mase. So he brings up 50 on the show. They talk about the beef from back in the day. And again, Jim Jones, there were issues from, internally within the group, right? With Jim Jones, Cam, and 50 being the evil genius that he is. He just threw something out there to see if Jim Jones would take the bait, and that's what happened, right? So bringing up all of this stuff, it sparked a reaction from Jim Jones, who was in an interview with Justin LeBoy, and I guess Cam said, you know what, we getting ready to start a new season of It Is What It Is, so why not start the season off right? He takes the gloves off, and he says, look, Jim, I didn't think you would have an issue with me bringing 50 on the show because, you normally make up with everyone who puts hands on you. You get what I mean? Now Cam takes it there, okay? Not to mention you bring up Jim being chased through the beach by BMF. I mean, listen, according to Maino, Jim Jones approached him because of Cam, Maino says in the record he mentioned Camron's name. So it goes to show that Jim Jones was telling the truth, right? There were times when Jimmy definitely held Cam down, okay? But again, it just goes to show years of unresolved issues. You get what I mean? And then the fact you mentioned Maino, like Cam said, Maino go downplay it, and I can see why. Because in the end, y'all do have a project out right now, and it's like, damn, what are you implying, Cam? That, Maino possibly put hands on Jim Jones? I mean, when you put that out there, now people don't even want to look at the lobby boys the same. So I understand why Maino, felt like, let me clarify the story, right? Then you got Mase. This is what I mean about the history, right? If you go back, there was a time when the beef between Mase, Cam, all of that was being aired out on the radio, man. And now you got Mase and Cam getting past their issues with their new show. Mase is like, look, let's set the record straight. I've never done anything to Jim or Cam. Never robbed any of these brothers. All I've ever done was put these men in position, to change their lives. You know what I mean? If anything that I can do to help piece this whole situation, let's figure it out so we can get to this money. The same thing with Dame Dash earlier today. He called this whole situation embarrassing, right? And that's funny because we already know. Soon as Dame speak on Hov, people gonna be like, come on. You know what I mean? Is there any way we can all resolve these issues in 2025 because there's so much money out here to get, right? And the rap game done moved on. There's a younger demographic looking like, what the hell is all of this? What is the reason? Millionaires beefing again? What's the issue? So why not capitalize by piecing it up and, you know what I mean, figuring out a way where everybody can eat. As far as solo rap careers, listen, it's a lot of vets out here putting out quality music. If you ain't into rappers 35 and older, cool. That's your thing. But for those who actually want to hear that real hip hop, the boom bap, as they would say, it still lives. There are dope artists out here. So I don't want to make it seem like, oh, these are just washed up MCs. No, a lot of vets putting out dope music. So the point is, how can we capitalize off of all of this controversy in a way where we can all walk away with a win, right? You got Mase over here. He's offering to piece up the situation. Listen, figure it out. Because, the history is the history, man. And I'd hate to see it get to a point where, there's no coming back. Because that's what happens. When things get said in the midst of these, back and forths, it's about what you say to certain people. And once you say certain things, you can't come back from that. You get what I mean? So even Cam going this far with it, who knows? I just hope that at some point a conversation is had. In the meantime, I'm looking like Mase, man. Hand me the popcorn. I'm chilling. I'm just watching just like y'all. But again, that's all I got for y'all today, man. I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts on this controversy involving Jim Jones and Camron this week? Now we got Maino clarifying the story about him being approached by Jim Jones. According to Maino, he wasn't pressed. However, he was approached, and the whole time he was approaching Maino for Cam. You know what I mean? Holding him down. So I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts on Maino's taking this whole situation about the Camron Jim Jones controversy? But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Again, my name is SenseiRip. Till next time, peace. Yo, Mase, hand me the popcorn. Yeah, let me see that. All right, y'all, come out.
It's going down Friday, January 31st. MREC TV presents Ladies Night Out. We need all the ladies to pop out. It's going to be a night of fun, laughter, and entertainment. We got comedians and singers such as Erica Nicole Clark, Ray Diva, and R&B vocalist Gina Rose, and more. It's going down at the La Familia Soundstage in Baltimore, Maryland. Make sure you get your tickets now on eventbrite.com. We also got DJ Moschino killing it on the ones and twos, plus a special performance by MREC. Doors open at 8 p.m.
Ladies Night, sponsored by Shantae Stanley at Inshore with Shantae. Peace.